So I'm going to welcome to the stage two very special friends of ours, and they are absolutely amazing. Thomas Workman and AJ Cavanagh. They are channels from Source. Every molecule in your body is going to be awake because they do something that no other channel does, and that is they channel simultaneously from Source. So I'd like to welcome these very special friends and these amazing channels, Thomas and AJ.
Very good. So if you haven't attended a channeling with us before, we're going to have Tom lead us in the meditation. And the guides normally start with an opening statement, a message that they would like to deliver, which is on point for this audience here today and online. Then they'll open up for your questions. Our moderator over to the left, Deanne, will be taking audience and online questions today. And then at the conclusion of that, just stick around, be silent for a moment, because they love to do this wonderful energy transmission they call the hug. And they want to make their presence felt as much as possible. And a lot of people say even when they're watching online, they still feel that hug and they still feel that energy. Now, you'll also notice that there's two of us here. We channel simultaneously. And the guides have said, you know, in the upper realms, there is no separation in divine source. There's this collective energy and we are all one. And we speak through you, the two of you, as an illustration of that oneness consciousness that is coming to the planet. And we do so through a shared mind. And if it's interesting for you to experience in the audience, imagine what it's like for us to experience as channels. It's really quite something. So without further ado, let's get started, hey?
Great. So again, at the end, the guides will announce that they are complete. Again, I'm going to ask you just to hang tight. No need to applaud, no need to do anything, but take the hug. And I have learned over time to encourage you to accept the hug, right? It's one thing to have it, and it's another to take it in. And so they welcome you to really take in that divine love today.
Yeah.
All right. Great. So if you would please get yourselves nice and comfortable with us. And we're going to begin with 3 deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Allow yourself to now just naturally breathe at this slower pace, letting you place all of your attention in the air that is flowing freely in and out of your body. Feel as every cell of your body is fed without any effort or energy. Gift from the universe to maintain your life force in this incarnation, this very important time you have chosen to incarnate, allowing that air to come in and feed you, directed to any part of your body that feels discomfort or dis-ease or distraction. Allow yourself to naturally relieve it through your exhalation, allowing it to fully release, either off into the ether itself or on the ground next to you where you can pick it back up should you wish to. Allow yourself to direct that air as needed, recognizing your wholeness, recognizing every system that is working in perfect cooperation, collaboratively, toward your life force. Feel Earth's gravity as she pulls you into her. Feel her energies coming up like a beautiful reddish-brown light through your feet. She holds you and grounds you with her gravity. She has you steady as we go off on this etheric journey together. Allow her simply to hold you and to feed you with her nurturing spirit as she maintains your body with all of her many gifts. Feel now the crown of your head opening, receiving in the divine light, a beautiful violet silver light that comes from the very top of your head and meets the energies of earth. As above, so below, your completeness in your energies, arousing each of your chakras, bringing on the beautiful light of your root chakra, that reddish brown light, breathing up into the sacral chakra and the beautiful orange light, your creative force. Breathing into your solar plexus, a large yellow light of identity, your very seat of your I am, as both an incarnated being with a name and as an eternal soul who is simply using this time and space as part of its journey. Allowing now into your heart space a beautiful green light emerging, the light of compassion. This a gift that is fully equipped in you to understand all other beings, to accept and allow, to acknowledge all other beings, regardless of how different they may be from you. Breathing up into your throat chakra, beautiful sky blue light which emerges your expressive abilities, your ability to express your groundedness, your ability to express your creativity, to express your identity, to express your compassion, to express your brilliant ideas, and all that is working through your mind in connection to the universal mind. And we move now to the third eye, this your window beyond this time and space, a beautiful indigo light projecting a doorway into the etheric realm. Look out and peer through it in your mind's eye and see the entirety of the universe, for it is always available to you. It is always there for you to access. This is your connection to Source itself, your connection to all of your guides. Always open for you should you wish. It is in this space that we call upon our magnificent guides, those closest to the light, those of the highest and purest frequency, close to the light, who wish only for our greatest and highest good. We invite you now to join with the guides of those who are present here in the room and those who are present across the airwaves. We invite you in to join us around this etheric table, to provide for us whatever is needed for our greatest and highest good in this moment. We ask that you enable AJ and I to communicate your downloads clearly and concisely for the greatest good of all who are present. We see you around this beautiful table, and we are so grateful for your presence.
Dearest ones, we are grateful for the opportunity to commune with you today, and we delight in the sharing and the blending of energies at this critical time of your self-awareness, of your self-realization in this moment as you step into your abilities and your powers, and indeed into an awareness of the collective. Dear ones, we see often how you like to focus on your troubles, to see that situations and circumstances happen to you, that indeed someone or something or the universe itself is conspiring against you. And yet, dear ones, we remind you that this is not the nature of the universe. The universe only serves two purposes: to expand and to create. And so before you are opportunities, not obstacles, not setbacks, apparent chaos, yes, but always contrast and opportunities for you to make new choices toward your higher self and the collective at this time.
We are so grateful for the chance to speak with you. For there is much for you to understand. We will repeat ourselves often during this transmission, for there is much easy for you to miss that we wish for you to catch. Here is the first that we have already introduced to you and shall clarify again. And that is that you are the center of the story. Not sitting deep in the audience. In other words, all that is happening for you now is happening with you and not to you. Difficult for many of you, for you have become used to relying upon the external for the reasons of your misery. I am having a terrible day, and it's everyone's fault but my own. I am having a difficult time, and it is because of this person there or this circumstance there. Yes? We imagine this sounds familiar, though difficult at times to admit. What we wish for you to understand is that you are the center of all story. This is with you, and therefore the story is being told by you. We would suggest then thinking carefully about the story that you tell and the ways in which you tell it. For those stories come from within and are based upon perhaps some premises that are not accurate. How can it be that you could carry your entire life without accurate premises? It is because you have listened to the stories of others for such a long time. The story of an angry God, the story of the corrupt politician, the story of the person living next to you who is out for your harm. These and many stories. In fact, you entertain yourselves with them. We see you watching them each and every night. These stories do not serve you well and will not serve you in this important time of transformation.
And so an opportunity for you, dear ones, to shift your focus, to see that there is opportunity in all of your circumstances designed and intended for your greatest and highest good. An opportunity, therefore, to create anew with a new perspective. Imagine the shift in focus and power that can be achieved knowing this certainty, knowing that your guides are always close and can be called upon, that you are always carried, that everything serves your greatest, highest good, that there is always opportunity to be found in each and every one of your circumstances. And so, therefore, the necessity to shift focus away from lack, away from trouble, and toward opportunity, and toward creation, and toward self-realization at this time.
It is hard to hear these words and pull them fully into your heart, we understand. But they sound lovely, do they not? We often say to all of our friends, you are adored by Source. It is the first and most central premise of all of those that we share with you. And yet it is the central premise. For were you to fully realize, we love this word, realize this is one step above your awareness. It is your consciousness. It is not simply the knowledge, it is the realization. It is the embedding of the energies of the knowledge into your lives. We love this word, realize. It is the realization, therefore, that you are adored by Source that is transformative. It is the realization that you are cared for by the energy that is central to all intelligence, not a superpower, not a servant, not even a rescuer, for you do not need to be rescued. But instead a source of universal love, made of the same stuff you are made of, filled with the same light that emanates out of you. This most important premise becomes the central of all others. So therefore, should I be adored by Source, then there is nothing that I need to place responsibility to anywhere but myself. For I am adored by Source, and all that is exactly as it should be in this stage of my realization.
You are powerful creators, dear ones, and you are coming in to an understanding of how you manifest and create your own reality, even through what you focus on and through what you intend. Your thoughts and your focus matters at this time, both individually for your own vibration, for your own grounding, for your own well-being, indeed for your own ascension into the higher realms as you connect with us and your guides, but also most importantly at this time for the collective, for the dis-ease, as it were, that often resides within you is a result of the collective energies, and you must recognize your part, your contribution to the collective, and your obligation, as it were, to yourself, to be the most brilliant light that you can be, to tend for your physical bodies, your environment, and others, as you co-create your realities and contribute to the collective.
Then so, let us now focus on where it is that we encourage you to place your attention, for you are hearing it is about where your attention is placed. And we would suggest you moving toward the intention that you desire. Here is the challenge, for you must answer the question, what is it that I desire? What is it that I want? Not an easy question. One that moves, one that changes with every moment. And yet in your heart you know the answer to this question. You need no one to tell you what this is. Placing it in front, unafraid that it shall make you look foolish, and transforming it into your intention. This time of chaos, this time of change, yes, we have said to you it is a roller coaster. We have said to you to be gentle with your bodies, for it shall feel like not a very safe roller coaster. And yet, you have the power of intention. This is part of your creation. We have said to you that all of the universe has only two functions, to create and to expand. Note that there is no destruction there. There is only the reforming of energy into new and different energies themselves, new forms that create new circumstances for you. And yet, as we have said, it is not the circumstances in control, it is you. And therefore, we encourage you to set your intention now. What is it that you wish? What is the world you wish to live in? What is the environment in which you wish to see? How do you wish to be spoken to this evening? How is it that you would like to experience the universe and its wonders, to see its magic. What is it you wish for your own growth, your own life experiences? For you have chosen this time, this creative, chaotic time. You have chosen, for you wish to witness all the transformation that is occurring now. What an exciting time for you. So do not shirk. Do not be afraid of what is happening to you. Instead, use your intention to shine your light brightly and to let your light go to what it is that you want, what it is that you intend. And as you do so collectively, the power that is yours is greater than all force across the universe.
Indeed, opportunities, dear one, opportunities. Such an exciting time for you as we and you co-create your reality together. And now we open up to the sharing of your energies with your questions of us. Proceed.
I would love to be a stronger light holder for what is going on in the outside. I'm not focusing on the fear that is being projected. I would like to be a stronger light holder. How may I accomplish that?
The issue is not the light, beloved. The light is strong always, and it is a good place for you to begin. The light is strong, and yet it is easy to forget the strength of the light, for you walk amongst shadows often. We remind you that your light is but a reflection of Source's light, for the universe is light, and Source is light, and therefore we would encourage you. In fact, why we recommended that you spend time in silence, just you and the universe in conversation together, allowing yourself to simply see the light of Source. It is available to you at all times. It is always open to you through your third eye. It may take you some focus. It may take you some concentration, if you will. And so whatever you need to relax yourself, not asleep, not awake, but in that beautiful state where your mind's eye is able to see, and there look for the light of Source. It is a pin light, it is bright. Source always has it available to you, and give yourself the time to find it, for it is feeding your light. It is your light. It is the same as your light, and it shall strengthen your light as you realize it. It is why your alignment to Source is important. It is why you have divine guides. Many of you think these guides are there to tell you what to do. They are not. They are there very simply to point you toward Source and to help you see all of the ways in which the light is shining around you. They shall point out the song from a bird. They shall point out the beauty of a flower. They shall point out the person you love doing what you had always been hoping they would do. They are constantly showing you that light of Source. This is how your light then naturally beams strongly. We shall also say that all of the energy centers within your body make you fully equipped for your incarnation here on this planet. They are designed for your physical body. And so think with me about how important they are. For each one of them carries an energy that is necessary for you to keep your light strong. We shall focus on the heart, for here the energy of compassion, not necessarily love, for these are confused together. Compassion, your ability to allow all others to be without your judgment, without your need to fix, without your need of remedy. This is one of the ways that your light shines brightly. And so we encourage you to spend the time necessary to allow those energy centers all through Source to brighten, so that your light will naturally shine. We remind you that the gift is different in energy than the receiving, and therefore your light may not always be greeted in ways that encourage you and confirm for you that your light is shining. Your light is always having an effect that you may not always be aware, and so you must trust in the light itself and not in the reaction of others.
And we remind you, dear one, that your light is impenetrable. Nothing can diminish your light unless you allow it to. No individual, no circumstance, no event. There is always the light in the darkest of shadows, in the darkest of days, upon which you can focus on and expand for you, dear one. It is always there, always available to you. Proceed. What a beautiful question, dear one, and we commend you for your love and care of this individual. First and foremost, we shall suggest that there is often a tendency, again, as we opened, to focus on what is wrong, what may be perceived as deficient, and we shall share with you our perspective that this individual is whole and complete just as they are. Every individual on the planet is whole and complete just as they are. Each individual having a unique lens to experience this incarnation upon the planet from a unique perspective, sometimes often baffling for others, and yet entirely whole, entirely complete. And so we begin with you, with the viewpoint, with the recognition, with the exchange of energy that this individual, first and foremost, is always whole and complete, and to look at all of your actions first through this perspective, through the aspect of love.
What we are suggesting to you is that you must see her joy and acknowledge it, though it may not look like yours. It may feel different than your own, and therefore important that you allow her to teach you her own joy in the same way, recognizing what she is seeing and what story she is being told by you and by others around her at this time. For joy, unfortunately, still among you, is not seen as a serious state of being. It is a state of being, we remind you. It is not an emotion. It is simply the result of a higher frequency. It is simply the result of vibrations that are high. And what causes those vibrations to raise? It is your thoughts. We adore looking at the child's mind, all children's minds, for they are trained towards what is good. They are looking for the gift. They are looking for the good and what feels good. The tears that you see are tears because they cannot find it, because they do not see it, because they have been taught to fear that it is a limited commodity, and it is yet endless and unending, for it is created through thought. And therefore, we would encourage you to be quite mindful about the thoughts that are shared about limitations, about things that are upsetting, about fear itself, and exposing to your own fears that are teaching the story that joyfulness is not the ultimate state of being, and yet it is. And so celebrate it together. Find joy moments together. We recommend this for the rest of you as well. Find times and those people that you can simply share joy together with. This is not too difficult of an assignment. Yes, it is an assignment that we promise will help you understand that you have control over your joy. You are teaching this to her now. And so as she sees you move your thoughts towards a higher vibration and move your thoughts towards greater joy, that she shall learn to follow the same path.
I have a question.
Proceed.
Just as we are energy centers of source light within our bodies, so Gaia herself, this consciousness that we live with, has those same source light energy centers. Could you speak about where they are, how we are best developed them in union, how we are best to do that over, for example, a time period like the next 10 years, and what your guides share about that kind of evolution of consciousness?
We are grateful for the question, and you will perhaps find the answer more simple than you might have expected. For much of humanity has done its best to ignore the light of Earth by covering it with concrete and with steel and with many other things, so that it is hard for some of you to even find a piece of Earth that you can connect to, that you can feel into. And yet this is our recommendation to you, for there is no magic potion for you. There is no difficulty in your connection to Mother's light, for it is always feeding you, but you must make contact with it. Therefore, we recommend you spending time with the Mother, in her bounty, whether that be the tall grass or that be the lush leaves, even the cacti, even the plants of the desert are a part of her glory, a part of her being, and so sitting with her is how you naturally share the light. Recall, we began this time together by imagining her very gravity, which is connecting you to her, enabling her to enter her light and to combine with yours and with that of divine source. This is a good meditation for you who is having difficulty making contact, and yet we suggest you do so deep in a forest, sitting in the sand, if you will. These beautiful rocks surrounding you now are all sources of Mother's light, and so we suggest you spend time on them, focusing on allowing her to commune with you, for this is what she wishes to do. And yet note that the power of the universe lives above as below. That this is an important principle, a premise for you to understand. For there are many who can focus too heavily on Earth herself or on any of the planets, and instead to recognize that all is provided to you in perfect balance. All is given to you together. And so as you welcome Mother Earth, welcome in also Father Sky, welcome in also all of the energies of Earth that she gives you in combination. For this is how she wishes for you to commune with her, not alone, but with the wholeness of all the universe, for she has an important part.
Indeed, dear one, a recognition that as physical beings on a physical body, you are perfectly equipped with your chakra system, and indeed the Earth's chakra system, as it were. This is the very reason you are able to ground so beautifully with Mother Earth, the very reason you exist on this physical plane, in this third dimensional reality, for your understanding to realize that you are not separate. You are indeed connected and one within this realm, just as your ancient native spirits and ancestors knew the importance of this connection, and yet recognizing through the aspects of your chakra system the connection to the divine realm. Again, this aspect of connecting with Mother Gaia and Father Sky, the stars and the planet and the heavenly realm, the very reason why your ancient ancestors so carefully positioned themselves on places within the planet that held such frequencies that aligned astronomically and were intended for your expansion, connection, and self-realization.
And now the simplest answer of all, ask her. Ask her for a closer connection. She wishes to give it to you, but you did notice it's easier for her to answer on ground and not on concrete.
I have a question, please.
Proceed.
Thank you for being here to answer our questions. I'd like a little bit more clarity and understanding of this royal blue galactic neon bright light that visits me at night and wakes me up in a beautiful way and fills my head up. Sometimes it fills up my chest and heart. And the feeling I get is always extremely benevolent, divine, ecstatic, and an incredible appreciation and gratitude for this energy. But I'm not understanding, or I'd like more understanding about what this light for several years comes to greet me or visit me or awaken me, whatever it is. Thank you.
We are grateful for your attention. We shall begin this way. Before this phenomenon occurs or tries to occur for many of you, and you are not able to recognize it. And so we begin by reminding you that you are steps ahead, and that many of you, even by being present today, are what we call sentinels, stepped ahead of the rest of humanity, and therefore fed, we shall say, therefore supplied with all that is necessary for you. You do know that you are part of a larger universe, much of which you are still unable to see. You are part of energies and forces that are happening way beyond you and around you. Why, we wish for you to pay attention as much as we do, for simply focusing your attention on what the divine is trying to show me will yield quite a lot for you. Therefore, we would say to you that this is exactly where you are traveling and what you are encountering. You being a parallel, you being an individual who exists in more than one dimension. And there are a number of you on this planet. that are able to experience this dimension, this time, but also able to connect out to other energies and other times. Note that this happens to you at night. This is important for you, for you must be shut down in order for this to emerge. You are likely often astral traveling. You are likely often entering your parallel universe, which is occurring now as we speak here. And yet this beautiful blending for you, this ability to see a finer and more advanced energy that is out there and a part of your universe, a part of you and available for you. What a precious gift for you. We would encourage you not to spend much time trying to tell a story about it. We would recommend instead your recognition of how it makes you feel as a welcome visitor, as a welcome gift. And then we would recommend that you begin conversation with it, and that you ask it to tell you more of what it wishes for you to bring to this dimension, what it is that it wants you to incorporate, to integrate in this dimension, and it shall reveal as it need. And yet, at times, it is simply there to show its love, for it understands a love of source that you, human, are still learning, and it wishes only to share its joy with you.
Indeed, dear one, your divine connection. We have delighted in this conversation, and we would like to invite one more question.
I have one from the chat, from Sedona Navigation.
Proceed.
How can we help ourselves when we feel carried away by strong negative emotions like grief and fear that may come from old wounding or external triggers?
Indeed, dear one, such a powerful question at this time. And so note how these larger, coarser, denser emotions serve to anchor you, serve to keep you within their density. The opportunity always to transcend this, especially at this time, to know that first and foremost, all conditions, all circumstances serve for your greatest and highest good. They exist as a point of contrast for you, for contrast will always be present in your reality. It serves an important tool, as do the seasons, as does night and day. And yet in your circumstance, this aspect of contrast, always there for you to make new decisions. I have spent too long in this grief. I have spent too long in this wound, in this hurt. I have the freedom and the opportunity now in this moment to pivot my attention, to tell a different story. I am no longer in grief. I am no longer wounded. I am indeed a sovereign being who can make new choices, and always those choices toward the light.
We are suggesting to you, though Thomas is saying to us, do not say this in a healing place. Do not speak of this in a healing place, and yet we will, regardless. For you place much attention on wounds that have long passed, for the past is long gone. Tomorrow has not yet occurred, and we would encourage you to focus now. And when you look at your now, you realize there is no wound now, that now there is what is in front of me. And if I look carefully, there is great opportunity for me. There is love surrounding me. Remember our first premise. There is great love that is available for me. And therefore, I can release the story of my wounds. They no longer need harm me. It is that simple. And yet, ask yourself the important question, and for your guides have been asking it of you for quite some time. Ask yourself the question, why do I hold this story? What does it serve for me? Why is telling this story so valuable to me? And is it giving me what I wish? We adore this question and encourage you to ask it often. How has this choice served me? How is it serving me now? For there is always another choice available to you. There is always an additional choice. And so it's important to ask, what is it that makes me wish to hold on to the story of a wound, of a hurt, of a pain, of an injustice that has existed for me? For surely if I let go of it, if I were to release it, then I would have nothing to talk about. I would have nothing to draw attention to those, but who you are and to the gifts that you hold. There are many other wonderful stories for you to tell. And this is how we would encourage you to stay focused. Now, the bigger question you ask is the question about how you maintain a positive vibration. And the answer to this is quite simple, for there are a million reasons for you to raise your vibration in front of you at this moment. Are you comfortable with the climate that is in this room? Are you feeling cool enough? Are you feeling comfortable enough? There is one. As you step outside and see the beautiful sunlight without the great heat, there is another. Your guides are constantly showing you the many reasons that should you place your thought there, would raise your vibration powerfully and in ways that would help you to maintain the energy of joy. It is all around you. We recommend and have recently recommended that you fill your pockets with these reasons. If you feel you are going into the desert and will have nothing, this is never possible. But should you feel so, carry with you those you love. Carry with you those memories that are special to you. And carry with you the thoughts that are filled with appreciation. And as filled with appreciation, then enable you to raise your vibration. Note now how the story of a wound is not that energy and does not serve you well. Not like the energy that you would feel were you to think about that beautiful animal that you love, or that you saw recently, the hawk in the sky at this moment, that is there circling above you, giving you its spirit's energy. There are millions of ways for you to focus your attention. The choice is yours, how you will do so. The result is yours. We will end as we began. For we began by telling you that you are the center of all that occurs around you, and that nothing is happening to you, that it is happening through you. This is as true of the change you wish to create during this transformative time. And yes, it is a transformative time. All of the planets have aligned for this time, and you have appeared at this time for a similar reason. All of these things are available to you, but they are based upon your intention, your attention. They are not happening to you or around you. You need not fear them, and you need not wait on them. You need not pray to them. For instead, we would encourage you to recognize you have been given full authority to join in with them as a cooperative component. So ask yourself each day, am I a cooperative component for the change I am wishing to see? Am I connected to the intention of a greater, more loving planet, of a civilization that understands or begins to understand oneness? Am I a part of what I wish to live in? Will I be that cooperative component? For it is your energy that drives it forward, and it is your neglect that keeps it at bay. You have this choice always, determining the contrast that is needed for you to set your intention.
We are so grateful for this opportunity to share in your energies, and we remind you again how deeply loved you are, how important you are in the evolution of your own soul and your own self-realization and the collective consciousness on the planet at this time. Allow yourself to be gentle and to rest assured that your guides are close. They are always there for you with the intake and outtake of each and every breath. Know that you are deeply adored and loved. And with this, we are complete. Thank you, my dear ones. We're back. You enjoyed that?
Did you feel the hug?
Good,
Isn't that lovely?
good.
You know how we discovered that? When we started, we channeled just the two of us, and the guides introduced themselves, and they told us they wanted a simultaneous channel. They told us they wanted us to do this out in public. We fought with every tooth and nail. I was like, you have a lot of great channels. You really don't need us. And they were like, well, too bad. You're doing it anyway. And here we are.
Yep.
And when we would channel together every week, we couldn't leave. We would sit right in front of our altar. We'd light the candles, and we'd go into trance, and we'd channel together, and we just couldn't leave. We'd be done. They were done. We knew they were done, but we just wanted to sit there because it felt so good. And so we said, would you give that to the friends? Would you pass that along? And they have so far.
Of course, very willingly. Well, we wanted to invite you to be a part of our community and to connect with us. So please do visit our website, speakingfromsource.com. There you'll find on the main menu our events. We've always got something coming up. We do a monthly online channeling where people join us from all over the world each and every month. We also have something really beautiful called Wisdom Wednesdays, and you can just add your email to our Wisdom Wednesday Club, and absolutely free, we send out a little golden nugget of wisdom from the guides to help inspire you through these somewhat chaotic and difficult times. And also to the Humankind Center, to
Yes, thank you so
John
much.
and Stephen and Raquel, who did such a beautiful astrological insight for us. And of course, Neil at Portal to Ascension. We're so grateful. Thank you, everybody,
Thanks,
and
everyone.
good night.